Hey, Dena here. First of all, just a quick update. Lee and I have been building me a new computer, which we finally got up and running last weekend, but it turned out that we'd installed the wrong kind of RAM and I was basically without a fully functioning computer for several days while Lee figured out what the problem was. And I didn't even have Vegas installed until the day of recording this. So while it's great that so many people seem to like the first installment of my reading of my Silent Hill 4 novelization I put up last Sunday, and I was hoping I'd have the next segment up by now, I just haven't had time to make it yet, but I will try to have that done for you guys next week. For now, I'll just bitch about DailyMotion. So I've had multiple problems with DailyMotion. The first happened when I first signed up. I had a backlog of videos to put up, and I only got about halfway through when my ability to upload was suspended. I get that this rule is put in place to prevent spamming and bots, but all of these videos were set to private, so who is it hurting? But okay, I was a new user, and again, I get why the rule exists, so I sent them a message explaining my situation, that I don't plan on flooding their pages with videos, I only upload about 2 per week, and I just wanted these uploaded early so all I'd have to do is change the setting from private to public when the time comes. And they responded with a form letter telling me what I already knew. So clearly no one actually read my message. Okay, that one was minor. At the time I had just decided to use a site other than YouTube and I had a bigger backlog than usual to put up, so I just waited for the temporary suspension to clear, and it did. Not that big of a deal in the grand scheme. Less than a week later, my Evil Dead 2 video was taken down, presumably for copyright violation. Unfortunately, I don't still have the email alert I got about it, but I recall it being so vague that I wasn't sure why the video was even taken down. Part of me thinks it might be the brief shots of Ash's undead girlfriend, where if you look really hard, you can vaguely make out a nipple. Either way, I was thinking it was copyright at the time, so I sent them a message, worded almost exactly the way I word my disputes on YouTube. Again, they answer with a form letter about how my video contains video elements protected by copyright holders. I actually never saw this message because I didn't get an email about it for some reason, so I just thought they ignored me until just now when I looked again. And that was when I stopped using DailyMotion for posting on Channel Awesome. After that, I only used it for getting videos to my patrons early while I've still got a strike on my YouTube account. And then a few days ago, my Red Dwarf vlog, Time Slides, was taken down. I sent another message similar to the one above. They sent me back a form letter asking me to provide them with the URL of the video and proof that I own the rights on it. Proving again that no one ever read my message where I said that my video was deleted and that I never said I owned the content. I responded by saying again that my video was removed so there is no URL, and I mentioned again that my video was fair use. They responded with some bullshit implying that transformative use is illegal. Again, I didn't get an email about this, so I thought that they ignored me again until just now. Finally, I woke up this morning to find that my other Red Dwarf vlog, The Last Day, was also taken down. I sent them a message giving every little detail I ended up giving last time, and they responded with the exact same sort of nonsense about how I need permission from whoever owns the content I'm reviewing. So, use DailyMotion at your own risk. They clearly do not understand fair use, and were basically telling me that reviewers were not allowed to upload content to their site, and they treat you like a criminal no matter what you do. I'm so livid, I'm actually going to delete my account after I'm done making this video. That's how badly I want to sever any ties with them. Now I'm using my second YouTube account, which I kind of forgot I had, for getting videos to patrons early. YouTube is flawed and their customer service is practically non-existent, but at least they understand fair use in theory, even if their own system makes mistakes with it. At least YouTube doesn't have any rules against transformative use, and if you fall victim to the bugs in the system, you at least get a chance to defend yourself. YouTube is all there is, guys. DailyMotion is all of the bullshit I mentioned above and more. Vimeo puts a cap on how big of a video you can upload unless you get a paid account, not to mention other basic features that they also put behind a paywall. Vessel and Screenwave involve partnerships that you have to apply for and be accepted into. I'm not saying they're bad sites, just that there's more involved than just making an account, and they're not accessible to everyone. And I can't even get other people's videos to play on Zipcast, so I'm not even going to bother with them. This is why the WTFU and Make YouTube Great Again movements are important. Somehow YouTube needs to improve because it's all we have. Though I will give it credit for being better than DailyMotion at least. Sorry for all the negativity, but I just feel like it's important to share these experiences so that hopefully it'll help other people. I don't know how many people these videos actually reach, but I think it's important to at least put the info out there. That's it for now. See you next time.